With each long, hot summer hour, the lice, the maggot flies, and the New Yorkers increased in numbers and venomous activity. They were ever-present annoyances and troubles. No time was free from them. The lice worried us by day and tormented us by night. The maggot flies fouled our food and laid in sores and wounds larvae that speedily became masses of wriggling worms. The New Yorkers were human vermin that preyed upon and harried us unceasingly. They formed themselves into bands numbering from 5 to 25, each led by a bold and scrupulous, energetic scoundrel. We now called them raiders, and the most prominent and best known of the bands were called by the names of their ruffian leaders as Mosby's Raiders, Curtis's Raiders, Delaney's Raiders, Sarsfield's Raiders, Collins' Raiders, and so on. As long as we old prisoners formed the bulk of those inside the stockade, the raiders had slender picking.
Have considerable trouble with the thieves which disgrace the name of Union soldier, are the most contemptible rascals in existence, often walk up to a man and coolly take his food and proceed to eat it before the owner. If the victim resists, then a fight is the consequence, and the poor man not only loses his food, but gets licked as well.
The methods of the raiders were various, ranging all the way from sneak thievery to highway robbery. All the arts learned in the prisons and purlieus of New York were put into exercise. Decoys, bunco steerers at home would be on the lookout for promising subjects as each crowd of fresh prisoners entered the gate, and by kindly offers to find them a sleeping place, lure them to where they could be easily despoiled during the night. If the victim resisted, there was always sufficient force at hand to conquer him, and not seldom his life paid the penalty of his contumacy.
We divide the night up into 4 watches and take turns standing guard while the other 3 sleep, to protect ourselves from Captain Mosby's gang of robbers. We are all armed with iron slats pulled off the window casings. They are afraid to pitch into us, as we are a stout crowd and would fight well for our worldly goods. We expect to take it before long. They are eyeing us rather sharp, and I guess will make an attack tonight.
In spite of our company and our watchfulness, the raiders beat us badly on one occasion. Marion Front of Company I of our battalion was one of the smaller traders and had accumulated $40 by his bartering. One evening at dusk, Delaney's raiders, about 25 strong, took advantage of the absence of most of us drawing rations to make a rush for Marion. They knocked him down, cut him across the wrist and neck with a razor, and robbed him of his $40. By the time we could rally, Delaney and his attendant scoundrels were safe from pursuit in the midst of their friends. All men having money or valuables were under continual espionage, and when found in places convenient for attack, a rush was made for them. They were knocked down and their persons rifled with such swift dexterity that it was done before they realized what had happened. At first, these depredations were only perpetrated at night. The quarry was selected during the day and arrangements made for a descent. After the victim was asleep, the band dashed down upon him and sheared him of his goods with incredible swiftness. Those near would raise the cry of "Raiders" and attack the robbers. If the latter had secured their booty, they retreated with all possible speed and were soon lost in the crowd. If not, they would offer battle and signal for assistance from other bands. Severe engagements of this kind were of continual occurrence, in which men were so badly beaten as to die from the effects. The weapons used were fists, clubs, axes, 10 poles. Raiders were plentifully provided with the usual weapons of their class, slungshots and brass knuckles. Several of them had succeeded in smuggling bowie knives into prison.
The raiders are the stronger party now, and do as they please, and we are in nearly as much danger now from our own men as from the rebels. Raiders going on worse than ever before. A perfect pandemonium. Something must be done, and that quickly. There is danger enough from disease without being killed by raiders. Any moment 50 or 100 of them are liable to pounce upon our mess, knock right and left, and take the very clothing off our backs. No one is safe from them.
Raiders! Raiders! Okay, everybody grab something. Come on, look out now. There's more coming in from over there. You, Massachusetts.
Go look after the sergeant.
Take him!
Good for you, little man. Good for you. Stickman Collins, boys. You'll live like kings.
You all right? Jeez. Good fight, man. Massachusetts men, we all right? My pen go!
Martin.
My pen go!
Martin, we'll get it. Martin, we'll get it back.
Where's Josie?
Dick's dead.
Huh?
Dick?
Potter. He's dead.
Dickie.
Ha ha ha.